I'm torn. And I'm torn, so I'm gonna just put up my GOAT background. Kendrick Lamar is a great rapper. That is my that is my contribution to this segment. The album was not everything I hoped for, considering the hiatus. However, I repeat, he is a phenomenal talent, and he is still better than Kodak Black.
Is it really?
I am saying nothing else. Give your reviews. I just want to say, fuck y'all.
Where do we even start? You want to take this, Rick? You want to start, Rick?
As the person that has been accused of hating Kendrick for years, even though I don't hate him, I just think he's severely overrated. And he made people wait 5 years for 5 years for him to talk about a bunch of nothing. Like I did not like. There's like 3 songs I can listen to from this album. And people are, and here's the thing, when it first dropped, all the Kendrick fans, they all gave the same compliments, and none of them had to do with music. Oh, he was like, he's so vulnerable. This is art. This is a masterpiece. He's so open. We never heard a rapper this vulnerable before. Like, dude, we've seen rappers be vulnerable.
Is it better than Donda?
They have about the same amount of songs that I like, which is like 3.
Okay. If you say it's like Donda, I'll accept that because people were sucking that dude off for the same reasons. So if you say it's like Donda, I can accept that. I like it a little bit more than Donda, but I get it. That's fine.
It's because I like it's the same thing. Like it's only like 3 songs I'm gonna listen to on this, but it's like you sitting there rapping about a bunch of nothing. And I get like everybody's like, well, he's talking about his life and he's talking about this. Like we didn't wait. Like you built your reputation on Black consciousness, and really, to me, and this might be a hot take, but not really. He's very safe in what he raps about. So,
okay.
I don't like when you got a rapper who's claiming your consciousness and everything is based on we got to do better raps, which is why white people like him so much, because he never points to blame at white folks at all for anything, even in the Super Bowl. If people notice, y'all go look at Super Bowl performance. He blanked out when it said, "And we hate Popo." He didn't say it. So Kendrick, him, because it's everything. Is even when he made the song about the trans, like I guess is saying like it got a family member who's turned to a woman. So I don't like.
Reek, listen. Be very careful who you step next.
Listen, I'm not saying anything. I'm talking about Kendrick. I'm sitting there like, why? Like, why? Like, what's the point of that song? You know what I mean? Like, it felt like he took all the Twitter things that people, the hot button Twitter topic, decided to rap about.
Okay, I can agree to that.
You know what I mean? Like, remember when Jay Electronica album came out, and people bashed it, especially white people. Now, if Kendrick dropped that same album, they would have called it brilliant. They'd have called him a genius. Because because one thing Kendrick would have did that Jay Electronica didn't do is Jay Electronica had no problem attacking the system on his album. He had no problem talking about white people. He had no problem rapping about the system and everything like that, which made white people uncomfortable. Kendrick doesn't make white people uncomfortable. and he tries to build his reputation off of being this conscious rapper, and I don't think he was conscious about anything at all. I don't like you're gonna sit there and tell me you're gonna rap a song and talk about how your ancestors looking at you because you banged white girls. Like, I don't care about that.
That was weird. Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like people just sitting there like, oh, well, he's introspective. Like, we think Pac built his thing, built him on. Like, just because you being conscious and you doing all this doesn't mean you can't make good music.
I'll add
point exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Your trauma doesn't mean I have to like your shit.
Right.
I'm sorry you went through that, but this is entertainment.
Yeah,
you need to be entertained.
The background is disrespectful.
I don't see anything.
Okay.
You put up goats, I put up what I felt. Yeah, your trauma, while it can be used in a way that is entertaining, doesn't automatically make it something that I need to like ride. Like, this is an album that he should have came out less than a year after he dropped his last album. Then I would have looked at this and been like, oh, all right, yeah, he's on his experimental, he's on his art game, he's on his Frank Ocean right now. I'm cool with that. Go ahead, do that. Give me the real bars. You can't wait this long. You can't get featured on everybody's song.
Kill it,
kill the feature, granted, and then drop an experimental whatever this was on the psyche of how you.
It was crap. It was a terrible album. Like, it's like
I am never going to play this album again. I can almost guarantee you that there will never be a reason to play this on purpose. It will only get played ironically. I don't like a single song on this joint. Like, at least Donda, I like one song, and it's because Lauryn Hill is in half the song.
Yeah.
You know what? And you know what's interesting? It's the same thing I like about the 3 songs of Kendrick. Like, they not really like Kendrick. Like, Kendrick's only a part of it. He has features on them. So I like the song with Kodak. I like the song with I like the song with Ghostface in Summer. I like the song with Blast. Like, outside of that, any solo Kendrick, what was the song when he's arguing with his girl?
I had to turn that one off because I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I wasn't paying attention. Then I heard that.
Why are you trying to reenact a Jody and Yvette argument in an album?
I think okay.
And people call that brilliant. Like if I remember correctly, Baby Boy didn't get a lot of great reviews according to the critics.
It did not. It was not a good movie.
So I don't know why you like
it's the rose-colored glasses argument. Like, it was a classic. It wasn't though.
No,
it was trash when it came out and beyond to it.
Right. Like, it was like the movie had no point to it. Like this Kendrick album. It was just like
the movie had no point. He didn't learn shit. He got a little bit of an asshole most of the movie.
Right.
There was no coming to age on that shit at all.
Right. Baby Boy might have well been like remember the Little Bill books? Like, this is like the day in life of Jody. Like, it was like no real purpose to it. That's what Kendrick album felt like. All right, what am I getting out of this? Like, you made a song about, why would I listen to that again? You and your girl arguing in a song like, I'm about to run his back.
Right. Yeah, one listen. Like, what's that song where he was changing his faces, whatever his singer was? Yeah, it was a cool song. It wasn't a bad song. I'm not listening to it more than once. I'm not listening to it without watching it. That's right. For sure.
That was the This Is America. Remember Donald Glover, like, This Is America. Like, the song was like, everybody was like, oh, the video though. Like, it was like, if you listen to the song by itself, it's like, oh, the song is kind of, it's okay, but it ain't nothing special.
I think y'all takes are, I mean, this long for this album, no.
Especially when you drop features that were like above average. You dropped damn near every feature you were on was crazy. And you come out with this?
I think you drop this, you said a year after it, keep the feature game going, and then drop the bar heavy shit. I think that's...
And this is why people are crazy, because your competitor, the person that is your rival, is J. Cole. This didn't do nothing to catch up ground on J. Cole. Drake is the biggest artist in this era, we could say, arguably. This did not put you any closer to that. Yet everybody is putting you in these conversations with these two people. And
right, they say that he's better. Like I'm throwing on Drake before I throw on Kendrick. Period. Like if I look at Drake's last album compared to Kendrick's last album, throw on Way Too Sexy.
Drake is definitely how you trolling. Drake is ahead of them, but Drake also was like he has the Infinity Song Gauntlet. He's been taking everybody's shit. So that's he has, but there.
But
he's not that far from J. Cole even now. But this album was a step back.
If this album didn't move him forward, I'm not gonna lie. I would rather listen to Kodak. Period.
You know what, McFly? You'll relate to this. Kendrick is starting to get on my nerves. His fans are starting to get on my nerves.
I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead,
like Andre 3000 fans are getting on my nerves.
Yeah, he's. I'll even he's. To me, I can see him being looked at as like a Nas was looked at for me until these last two albums.
Stop it.
Yeah, I said it.
You mentioned
heavy.
Heavy this section. You said you weren't going to comment on anything in this section.
I'm talking about Nas now. Heavy consciousness, but it just wasn't good. It was shit. This is how this feels. Heavy consciousness, and I mean the topics are admirable that you approach them, right? But you still got to make a good song. And if you don't,
Kendrick ain't making no King's Disease.
Not in this mode he's in. Now the next album hopefully is
Kendrick. If you make people wait 5 years again after this garbage, like you got to redeem yourself. Like I don't care what your fans tell you.
I think if he pulls, like I saw Banks is talking about, he has a project coming out this year. If he does a turnaround like that, to where it's like, give it 6 months and then it's like I'm back in the studio,
right?
Then I feel like okay, now you understood what happened. But to me, he even made it seem like something that's been dropping is that he knew this wouldn't hit for everybody. So if you understand that, then make the shit that's gonna hit for everybody. If you know that's the next step.
You talked about Nas, like Nas dropped some bullshit and then immediately came back with the King's Disease. He dropped that
Kanye album was terrible.
Yeah,
let's just say this here. He dropped bullshit after bullshit after bullshit, and then dropped King's Disease. No, I'm like listen here. After the first two albums, it was hit or miss, and then it was just shit.
I think he deflected from how trash Kendrick is right now.
I'm not mad. I mean, he got time. I admit this album wasn't great, but I would say without this album, he's still close to Cole for me.
I think
because I don't think Cole's that great. I just think this album put him back because Cole's last album was fire.
See, but Kendrick, the problem is Kendrick, like he has fans that are not going to allow him to be doo-doo, which is what
that we're seeing that even with Kanye. Like the fans are hyping you to a level of like, it was perfect. Do that again. Donda 2. Are you serious?
Because here's the thing, like when they know it's a trash album, they come out and they make these excuses. They always compliment it with something that's just not music.
Nah.
This is so introspective. He was so personal on this. We never heard a rapper do this. Like, okay, yeah, we have. We heard Tupac do this. We heard Joe Budden do this. Like this ain't nothing new. You know what I mean?
The same group as Joe Budden. Ugh.
Like Joe Budden, like if you go to any of the Move music series, it does the same thing. You know what I mean?
It's similar.
You know what I mean? But it's just like because he's like he went into his personal life. I don't care. Like make good music. Like you can't sit there and be like, well, y'all just don't like conscious music. Yeah, we do. Marvin Gaye made a conscious album. It's one of the greatest albums ever.
Yes.
Stevie Wonder made a conscious album, one of the greatest albums ever. Mary J. Blige did a very super personal album where she's going through the most pain in her life with the My Life album, one of the best R&B albums ever.
One of the best R&B albums of all time.
No misses, Mike.
No misses.
Usher Confessions. No
misses. His best album, hands down. Like, I don't hear about no Move Mountains after that shit. Nah, fuck that. That Confessions album was fire. God damn, that was fire.
You can't sit there and tell me just because
you know what it is though. Conscious music has become so rare that when you do it, it's like it's its own reward because you've done it. Like in the era I hate to just bring up the era, but like in the era we grew up with music, like we saw like it done at a high level. I've seen it done at a high level. So you can't like fake the funk and give me some bullshit that isn't also good. Right. It can't be that and not be good. It's not enough. So, I mean, it wasn't, I applaud his attempt. I just think he had to come a bit harder.
It sucked. And we just in that era where it's just like, yo, if it's weird and different, that means it's brilliant, which is not. It's doo-doo. Like it's garbage. Just like that, just like how people was calling that the show Atlanta Genius. Real quiet this season. Because it sucks.
Listen, it's not the best season. Not the best season. It's
doo-doo. And then you realize, damn, they've only had 3 seasons. It's like this sucks.
So it's 2 out of 3 is it's barely a passing grade.
Right. And then when you actually look at how many good episodes are in each season, you're like, damn, it ain't as good as I thought. But the ones that were really good, we really, really like.
I also think, I'm going to change my opinion on this. Atlanta's great. This season is amazing. Kendrick is great. This album is amazing because I'm no longer slandering Black folks in public. So they're amazing. Now, when we had the Black delegation meeting, we'll talk about how we really feel. But for the public, I have nothing to say, but it's great. Best time I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, that's my take. That's my take. I'm sticking to it. And
let's trade Kendrick. Black delegation match. We have to make. He's putting him up in the draft. He's on the board. He's on the board
block for who?
He's on the
what trading block. About?
We can find somebody else.
No,
for this crap.
No, we can't get rid of Kendrick. We can't get rid of Kendrick, man. Nah, he's valuable. He had a rough release. He got
out rap by Kodak. Which me and G have always said that he's better lyricist than Kendrick.
Very similar.
Was Kendrick's verse clearly better than Kodak's verse?
It was not. He was way better. We're gonna stop right there. I'm not gonna have this anymore. We're not gonna do this again. We're not doing this again.
Kodak had conglomerate in his rhymes. Kendrick didn't have that. You see the vocabulary?
He don't even know what conglomerate means.
He did. He used it correctly.
Nah, it's not what. Sorry, he got a ghostwriter. So wrote it for him. Kendrick wrote it for him. That's proof right there. Conglomerate. Right. Kendrick wrote it for him.
I imagine Kendrick's notebooks. Like, I just feel like his words ain't on the lines.
It's just,
the way you rap. His words are like in circles.
Y'all don't have to slander my man. All right, it's just not fair. It's not fair. He don't deserve the slander.
His album got slandered because he dropped it and went to Africa. That nigga's in Ghana like playing FIFA on the computer on the PlayStation 5.
It's not a good sign that you're not like in the club listening to the album. You're not doing like the after drop run. You in Ghana. But it shows where his head's at. If he needed that album to get off his chest.
Listen,
cool. If the next Kendrick album is not fire, is not like the bar heavy like fire, I think he has to drop maybe permanently in the rankings. The next album has to be fire. I'm not dropping him yet. I won't raise him any higher. I'm not dropping him. If he drops another album like this,
listen, he needs to stop making albums where people snap their fingers for applause.
Yeah.
Just
he can do artsy fartsy, but you gotta mix in something else. You gotta just be
make good music. Like, oh shit, like I don't want to hear the spoken word shit. I don't want Def Poetry Slam. I don't want that.
It's very Def Poetry Slam with the kente cloth and the
beanie hat.
The beanie, it's
sandals. He's making rap for people that walk barefoot on grass. Like, I ain't trying to hear that. Sick of Kendrick. Like, I'm tired of it.
This ain't it, man.
You supposed to be from Cali. Like, man, where's you ain't got no gangbanging in your
what I say, man. Give me some G-Funk or something.
Right.
Like,
I was gonna say if If he did a G-Funk album, I would respect it. I would respect
Compton. Like you supposed to have, like, you know, you ain't got nothing, no Compton sauce. You ain't got no Compton magic in there.
He said no Compton magic. He need to get back in the booth. He need to get back with Dre. Dre didn't beat his. He got it over his divorce. He had to live the best life. Get back with Dre, man. Get back to Dre. Let Dre produce all your shit. You'll be fine.
Just do something else. Get DJ Mustard. Get somebody. Get DJ Quick. Get somebody else. Like go
Quick Mustard. I'm
like listen. That. I don't want to hear nothing on no bongos.
Yo.